This is a demonstration using the Citrix Project Kensho OVF tools to consume the VMware Studio virtual appliance to Hyper-V Server. I'm assuming that you've obtained the VMware Studio appliance in the OVA format, gone to the Kensho website, you've brushed up there, you've gone to the Citrix download area, which is underneath Zen Server, and under there you'll find Betas and Technology Preview, and here you'll find Project Kensho. There's the Get Software link, but there's also this Show Documentation link, and it's behind there that you will find the Admin Guide and the README Guide. And there's also a video using the Kensho OVF tool with Hyper-V Server that walks through the same steps that we've outlined in the Admin Guide. One note that when we download the OVF, when we connect to our share, we have to put the OVA in its own folder. So I've created my root here for my library share for my Kensho OVF library, and underneath that I've created a folder called VMware Studio 2. In there I have placed the OVA file, which is what we're looking for. I've set up my Kensho OVF tool. I have my library and my library share. As you can see, it's enumerating the appliance, and it says that this is an OVA and we must convert it to an OVF. Simply right-click it and convert to OVF. Now that the OVF has expanded, we can take a look at our folder again, and we've got the OVF file and we've got the VMDK file. That's what we had to do. We had to open up that tar archive. Back on our Import tab, we can now select that VMware Studio OVF appliance. We can select my Hyper-V host, and I have to complete a mapping. So I'll click on the Create Map button, and we allocate the virtual resources, or virtual requirements, to the physical resources of the host. We choose our storage location for our virtual disk, and we select Done. I also want to run the operating system fix-ups in this case, because VMware Studio, I assume, is built to run on VMware Server, so it's expecting a SCSI boot device, and that's something we need to handle when it runs on other hypervisors. And we'll begin the import. We have a EULA. As you can see here, there's an end user license agreement area and there's a product info area, so we'll accept that EULA, and then we'll go ahead and begin the import. Alright, we finished importing, so I'm going to turn over to my Hyper-V host here, and as you can see we have this VM that was created that's called Virtual Hardware Family. This just has to do with how the name is defined in the OVF. We're going to change his settings. And for a couple reasons we want to change his settings. For one, he is a synthetic network controller, and we actually want to take that away, and we want to give him a legacy network adapter, and we want to attach that to our local network. And that's really all that we need to do at this point in time. So go ahead and save that. We'll double click and open up his console, and we'll begin to power him on. So if you remember earlier in the process, we agreed to an end-user license agreement because that was embedded in the OVF. And since this comes from VMware Studio, there's also an end-user license agreement embedded in here too. And we'll see that here in a minute. So here's our end-user license agreement. Let's go ahead and finish through here. I have to agree to it. Allow it to finish generating its items. Do our setup. It happens when you're used to doing Windows all the time. You hit Tab instead of Enter. Alright, as you can see there, it's up, it's working, it has an IP address.